So hello everybody, this is part 2 of the German campaign. I played a lot off recording like I said I would. So after I went back, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I think we pieced out the Egyptians. I haven't uploaded the video yet as of recording this one. So we pieced out the Egyptians, and then I went back and dogged on them, and then after the peace deal was over, it took 10 turns, and it gave us time to get the gold reserves back up, and immediately after that I was like, okay, you know, let's go invade Norway, who's like, this would be an easy push. The Greeks became our friends, and these people, Tomas, they or Tamiris, whatever, ditched us. Everyone hates us. The Greeks are only friends with us because we're the most powerful. And what happened? Oh, I captured this from the British. So what happened was, the entire army was en route to India and China. We settled out here, but this is all right, to go invade there, and then boom. Once half the army gets in India and the other half is in H&M Berlin, the Americans and the British both declare war on us, throwing us into a two-front war. I only sent a measly, like, maybe 4 units up here to delay the Brits because I had Amsterdam and Cabal, my puppets, with their crappy militia practically delaying the push, and I sent the main army down here into Hong Kong. By the way, we did have 2 battleships. I put them into a fleet, and we have a submarine fleet. And we still have our ironclad, which I call a destroyer, even though it's an ironclad. It's acting like when it's been ambushed and convoy raided. And then, so there's 3 fronts. There's the I guess Blitzkrieg front, the eastern front, you know, about the northeastern front, and then there's the actual northern front up here, really, and then there's the western front. This is the west, or southern. My bad. Apologies. The southern front. I couldn't read a compass for a second. And the southern front is the Congolese front, and this is like Somalia and Ethiopia currently, so I think Abyssinia, that area, so like the bottom end of Egypt, but you know Ethiopia's in this area, so that's where we're fighting currently. And we have to push through New Orleans and Charleston, and it's ridiculous. We need a much bigger army than what we have, and it's already 1935. It was probably 1890. This war started in 1927. So we've been fighting it for a good minute. Unfortunately, we can't bring our tanks down to the southern front because the rough terrain of jungle, marshes, and trees will provide no movement capabilities, while this is all roads. So that's why the main front's there. So we're fighting this. We had 2 ranger units up here. They got murdered. So we're fighting this with mainly infantry, single units of infantry, some corps, field guns that are going to get upgraded into machine guns, and we're getting an aerodome built so we can have air support. But we are fighting a very, very, very rough fight down here. Because we're constantly getting sniped at from Philadelphia, this encampment, Charleston, and Washington. We're going to need air support, and we're going to have to swing our navy around to this side to shell Philadelphia once we build more ships up. Currently, the fleet can be sniping this encampment, which is exactly what it needs to do. But yeah, no. But for a good turn, our fleet was locked in this port up here because they settled on roads and took across the border. But it's all good now. It's all back to normal. Everything's doing good. But yeah, no, we have an alliance with the Greeks, and we took these 3 cities, which are pretty easy. But like, we still need to get a move on, and we're taking losses. We lost some cavalry. We lost some rangers. I think we're losing infantry. It's a long, gruesome fight, and the Americans don't have a big army. It's just defensive units, like, locked in the cities, you know? If you've played Civ 6, you know how it is. Like, encampment guys or whatever, fortifications and stuff, so, like, it's not great. It's a hard breakthrough to do. And, we're gonna do a turn here. We're just getting beat up on in this siege, because we're not even, they only have Rough Riders, and we're not even really, like, the British mostly have knights and line infantry. We're not even really fighting real armies. See what I'm saying? Americans had one real infantry unit, and they pushed it up towards my encampment, and luckily had my tank corps spawned in, because I did purchase this tank corps, and I just sent them up that way. The Sherman models, even though they're like Panzer IVs or something. These Germans have Shermans this time. We got a general in the atomic era. Suderman. American. Is it supposed to be Patton? Suderman's armored column. Move out! Also, Toronto betrayed us. That also happened. That was lovely when they did that. I really liked when they did that. That was so great of them. Oh yeah, we're struggling to siege Liverpool. We're not even really sieging it. We're just not letting them leave, but we can definitely get that guy out. "14 turns to train a machine gun, which is a field gun. Turns on artillery, 8 on them, 13 on tanks. I'm not gonna lie, we need to push the infantry out. We can't even use most of our places because
Sydney is a 250 square mile tiger trap.
I need to wait for a lot of these. Tundra Raiders. You know, we lost, I think, an infantry unit up here, 2 rangers in the Congo. Congo is it's a rough war zone down here, man. I said, it's just a trap, essentially. We're not... I might swap the production here. It takes 8 turns on infantry. We just need to keep throwing infantry out there. Actually, the upgraded workshop would definitely turn this down. Production. Can't even buy a military forces currently. We need the factory. It will greatly help us. Get the aerodome done, and then we're gonna get this because we'll have fighters and bombers, and we're gonna get bomber wings out. This battleship will be done in 3 turns. It's not a fleet or corps or whatever. It's just one battleship for the time being. I knew it. They snuck by. We're gonna land in our back. That's hilarious. Our infantry is constantly in fire. Toronto swap sides, and it's very... I hate that they swap sides. so annoying. Because if I can get 2 envoys, it'd be great. Flip them back to my side. I could just skip the encampment mode, be under constant fire, so we need to take the encampment. I would totally levy Cabal's military out if it wasn't 2,000 gold. Also, is there anyone we can sell stuff to? You have to find poor nations to make deals with because they don't have anything ever. They have no gold. See, there's no roads here. Nothing is cut down. It is a miserable campaign down here. Oh, I think the tank needs some help. It does. They've had me chasing these guys around for a while now. Like, this place doesn't even have enough production yet to get me what I want. To start producing men for the front. These two don't even have enough production yet to start producing active amount good turns on ships or men either. Neither do these two on men, so it's just these three funding the Congolese. These two funding. So what I call this the southern front. This is the northeastern front. This is the northern front. And the northern front's a pain, really. obviously worse down south. Because they want these tanks gone. It's gonna be a literal pain in the butt for them. Luckily, Hong Kong is taking on Toronto for me-ish. I can afford to keep this war going for once. I couldn't in the first war, the Germanic, Egyptian, Africa war. Then in the second war of that, I wiped them immediately, essentially. This is World War II. This is basically what this is. We'll just get our ships ready. Yep, go get them. Go get them. The last, like, squad holding it down there. Encampment is off. I could form an army, but I'm gonna promote this. It'll just get its health back a hell of a lot easier. I'm not gonna lie. Battleship is gonna move around so we can shell New Orleans. It's a fleet, 2 battleships. Okay, they can start giving me... I don't want observation balloons. That's a no-no. Okay, they really... We would make ironclads, we'd make battleships in 16 turns. We can make U-boats off of it. I think it's better, if I'm not lying, if we make U-boats there. So we can line them crying, line them flying. LA back there, oh my god, we need to skip LA and go into Washington. The goal is to all merge on Washington. Britain will surrender, but they're not like a priority. I'm not lying. It's really not that big of a deal up here. I can take Liverpool, and then I'd be fine piecing out with the Brits, because we'd still gonna have to leave these 4 guys up here, this army up here. So Liverpool is ours. Keep the sea. Shermans and Panzers roll down the streets. Not gonna lie, we could probably form an army. 3 turns to get fighters and bombers. Not a whole lot we can do. I still have to wait to do that. See, we've cornered the Brits, thankfully. If they fight me with a real army, this would be a different story than them having no army and having to fight me out of the cities. The Brits had a real army, and it was all line infantry redcoats, and it got slaughtered by Kubal and like my infantry squad. I think they're going for Schofield. There was a city right in the middle here. You can see the former walls right there. And Cabal took it, and I couldn't get there in time to keep it, so it's therefore gone. I'm honestly gonna camp LA with this U-boats in Houston. 8 turns on battleships and U-boats, 9 on tank, 5 on infantry. Might as well keep pushing infantry corpsmen out. They're so lucky that my battleship doesn't have range. Well, I guess we'll just terrorize the American Rough Riders who keep departing out of the oceans there. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold to become one of those. God damn. Holy moly. We have Liverpool, though. I think we have to cease, though. It's not even like I'd be able to bring these men down. It would just lighten up the load of fighting, at least knowing that there is a second front. They have no military. I think their military is completely... I think the only people who remotely have a military is the Greeks and the Samaritans, but the Greeks don't even appear to have anything either. They appear to be like the only nation with an active military, which is wild. I guess this is just how the AI run, I don't know. Just like when I first started really playing Civ here. Really playing it. I'm never gonna have a naval battle, fortunately. And we have advanced flight, and we will be getting our boys to launch. We're constantly under heavy fire. I need to watch my tanks. Excuse me.
If God had really intended...
Oh man, we can really move guys from there now. Oh yeah, we'll start doing it. I'm gonna move for Bristol, we might as well. Oh, look at that, they're gonna... Move up. On fire? Sure. We're gonna give the armor a little break for a turn. Go at it. Honestly, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold on a peace deal. Because I know I can keep... I can launch torpedoes at LA. That's wild. I think we can... New Orleans is hot! Oh yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling right along. Charleston is the next target, and our battleships have the range, and it is gonna be a game here. At this now. Honestly, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna form an army, 100 to attack. You have to cede Liverpool to me. Okay, hold up. What are... Oh, I care for the great works. They have no gold. That's why they can't afford the war and put them into bankruptcy. But I don't want to keep pushing the British. I don't... You have to give up. Alright, family, you have to give up the axe. This is what you have to do. You have to give this, and then you have to give up all your gold. Yeah. I'm willing to do it, because it's freeze. It stops these boys from having a brawl, dude. Not like I can get I can't strat redeploy, let alone take like way too many turns to redeploy him down to South African. This is joining into one big front here. We are just destroying the American people's countryside because they don't have an army. Also, torpedoing Los Angeles did nothing. It's kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. Folks, we will be calling it on the video, at least for the recording. You got to see a little bit more of what's happened, and I've explained a little bit more of what's happened.
Huh.
It's 1940. We're still fighting World War II. I would call it World War II. It's not. There was never a World War One. But if you put the Egyptian War as nothing common with this, it's just everyone denounced me. Yeah, I don't really like crap is going on. Oh, they're taking the U-boats. Get the U-boats out. They can't keep them off the coast of LA. I want my medic. What the heck? So, it was the Germanic-Egyptian War of like probably 1850 to 1877. And then it was the Germanic-Egyptian War for Rock Hadith of 1907, which lasted one turn and the city was gone. So, there was two separate wars for it. There was the main war and then the Rock Hadith War. And then... excuse me.
Always try to rub up.
think we've sank all the army they had that they try to get around to us. Or capitalist, that's good. The nuclear program is what I want. A nuke or a satellite launch will consume our victory. The Greeks aren't even helping us in this war. Not that I think they have a military, but I'm just saying. My upkeep is 280 on expenses. I make an income of 496 gold, but it's 2014 due to this. In post-war, we're not even deleting units because there's no point, because we're probably gonna get drawn into another war. But if you can come up for, I wish I would have been recording on a War Star. That would have been a dope opener to this, or it should have. I don't. Roosevelt. Peace would only mean you'll still expand. I would do peace. I take these 4 cities and I get Charleston. Or LA. That's the only way this peace would even remotely happen. I have your countryside in ruin and terror by Washington and Philadelphia and LA. I'm pillaging my way through the lands, disrupting you, cutting your productions down. You've constantly lost cities. There's no real means to making this. I own the seas. Literally, I have probably the best navy out here right now. I have tanks, which here they are. And this is why we needed the Charleston Road. It's a very this is World War I essentially. It's not World War II, it's World War I. It's the first World War. It's 1941. We no longer have 2 fronts. We're not launching an Operation Barbarossa, nothing, because there's no reason to. We still haven't even reached the Americas for the campaign. That's where France and Brazil are, and Zimbabwe, and Darum, and all that, and it's like, oh, we're just gonna leave it alone. My colonial expansions are at a halt because I can't focus that while I'm trying to focus on I was focusing on a 2-4-1 war. The 2-4-1 war was bad at the start, but when Amsterdam sent all their men to die in the strait here, like the Baltic Strait, I guess, carrying between Bulgaria and Turkey, and it was like, oh crap, they're real for this one. And then I flanked in, landed here where Athens would be, and pushed in. We took Liverpool, and I mean, story of the game right there. We did not a sea line, but not even. We just landed and we pushed in, and we waited for Cabal to take whatever was here, and when they took that, it demolished it, and then they moved their army, and we had Liverpool, and then boom. But it wasn't for Amsterdam's getting its army slaughtered here. Britain would have pushed all their line infantry into Berlin and Amsterdam. So we got lucky. Toronto really hasn't bothered us, so let's see what this game has in store for us. We're gonna go another turn, and then we're probably gonna end the recording. I'm gonna hop off of Civ for a little bit. If she attacks us, we will be screwed. Opening another front, and opening a massive front in Europe, and we could. England's forced to be at peace with us till like the 50s. Oh, our Tundra Raiders need to fall back. It's 6 turns because there's no active roads. So make rangers, because they're not infantry. I'll keep moving the infantry out. The glory sea wolves, that works. They really are sea wolves. They're on an old, outdated ship because I can't upgrade them. And, they're acting as a destroyer, like I've said. This is not bad. The production value is still here, but not in the greatest form. They have nothing for us to sink. Mains. Oh, this is Germany, folks. Infantry still coming out of those. Infantry will be flooding in again soon. Machine gun on the way. We're gonna have airplanes building in Magdeburg soon. You can just see the burning and the smoke, like the terror. It's years, and the Americans still can't deploy an army out here, and I know they want peace. Oh, I know they want peace. And we're not even... We're not even doing a whole lot. We're just pillaging out here. There's nothing for us to fight, and I'm not starting a siege on Washington or Philadelphia with this. No artillery support, just the machine gun support, which is technically upgraded from field guns, but still. Battleships in range. Like I said, I am going to swing these two around to Philadelphia. They're just going to sit here and wait. I'm on alert. I am going to save it here, 1942. I'm going to call it. And, this is where it is, 1942. And we have a lot of progress from this morning, I'm not going to lie, which was like 1870 something. I don't know. Hopefully, the two videos I recorded today, which are this one, part 2, and the part 1 this morning, I'll get them uploaded both tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see. But hopefully, I am looking at getting Civ 7, so we may be switching to Civ 7 pretty soon on that content. This is not going to be a Civilizations channel, I say that, and that's so far the only thing I've posted. It's solely because this is the one game I'm playing right now, and I still haven't figured out how to record through my laptop to my Xbox, like that, to record Xbox games. So currently, as of now, this is probably going to be the most uploaded game, until I start playing something else, which I'm playing the Precinct, but it's on my laptop, and I did record for it, but there was no, I didn't have my headset or anything, no audio, and it was just a tutorial mission, so I figured I deleted that recording, and we'll probably do a Precinct video eventually, soon, hopefully. I know, as of now, this is the part 2, all recorded on May 24th, for the 2 German civilizations videos here. Hopefully they'll be uploaded the 25th and the 26th, one of those dates. But yeah, no. It's just what we're looking at for now. And if you guys are looking to see other games, please comment below what gameplay you would like to see. I have showed you my Steam library, and it is still quite literally expanding all the time. And I will be able to try and get some games recorded. I am able to play 6 Days in Fallujah. I do have that, and we might record some of that for an upload. But yeah, no, we are just looking, right, this is just the game we're playing right now, so, like I said, got any game recommendations, I'll look into them, please be legit on this stuff, don't be really goofy or nothing, but if you have any games from my Steam library that you'd like to see me upload, I can try and get to those, at some point, I hope to. But yeah, no, this is just, like I said, I've probably said this 12,000 times on the same sentence. This is just the game I'm playing right now. I'm liking playing this game a lot, so that's why. And that's what I find myself. I was like, oh, this could be a good moment to record while I fight this war. So yeah, other than that, we will see you all next time, and peace.